As I say, are you ready? Are you ready for this?
I am ready.
No, you're
I'm good to go.
get ready, getting ready to launch. I say, are you ready? Just a minute. You got to take a drink of water, you know, to make
I
get your
didn't,
pipes clean.
yeah, I didn't want to be coughing my way through the podcast.
Well, welcome back to another episode of Opposite Saxes. Glad to have you with us. Uh, I had a
Yes,
guest on my show, someone you should know,
yes,
a few weeks back, who, uh, among other things, she was a registered nurse, but she was also a medium,
yeah, I
and she
remember.
worked in hospice. And part of what her life has been about was when she is working with patients that are getting ready to cross over, uh, due to an illness or so, and that she has this God-given talent of being able to communicate with other members of the family with the one who is getting ready to join them, if you will. And you know, a little part of me is skeptical that, do you really believe in mediums and psychics and all that, or is it an entertainment talent rather than a profound gift? And honestly, my eyes and mind has been open to this.
Mine too.
And I think that probably a lot of you that are watching and listening and follow us also, there have been times that you have said to maybe your parents who have passed away or something, could you just give me a sign? Let me know that you're okay, or that I'm getting ready to make a move in my life, and I need some kind of guidance, and can you give me a sign? And then you think, yeah, it happened. And lo and behold, this just happened to Lauren and her sister recently on the anniversary of the birthday of your mother and our brother-in-law, who happened to have both passed
Shared,
away,
but
but shared
the
the
same
same
birthday.
birthday. And so when their birthday happened, we were talking about them and reflecting on how much they meant to us. And you got a call from your sister, and take it
I
from
got a
there.
text
'Cause
actually that said, and it was early in the morning, and it said, it happened again last night. What happened? Well, she came in, she walks in the early evenings
when it's dark.
and with some friends, and she came into the house and a light was on in the family room. She knew she turned the light off. And then a few hours later, when she was watching TV, it was later at night, about 10 o'clock at night, all of a sudden the light over the bed went on. Now, when this happened before, it happened a few times before. Before her husband passed away and after my mom passed away, and the lights would go on, and she finally got an electrician. I mean, because we both said there has to be something
So
wrong with
there's
the
a short,
wires,
a
or because
short
there
in
should
the
be
electrical
some.
system.
And no, there wasn't. So I might have gone on once after the electrician had been there, but it's been fairly quiet around the old house, around her house. And now, since her husband passed away a few months ago, and now this happened, and we had two lights within 24 hours, we are convinced, my mom and my brother-in-law, her husband, were showing themselves. I mean, that what else could it be? On their birthday,
Yeah, that's
the day
that's
of
the
their
interesting thing. Yeah,
birthday.
it's just something that happens that's unexplainable. How does that happen? Why does it happen? And like you said, it happens at a specific time or on a specific
Date.
date.
So I have instructed my sister that when I go there in the next few weeks, and our daughter is joining me and us, we have instructed for my sister to talk to my mother and my brother-in-law and to tell them we're coming and to please show themselves while they're there because no one else in the family gets this. This never happened to any of us, and we're all feeling a little left out,
And
actually.
that's why I say, you can be skeptical about this, but stop and think about occasions that you've been at that just something odd has happened that you can't really explain.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying that when this happens, yeah, it can be a bunch of hooey, or it can be unexplainable and everything. But is it possible that there really is some kind of a connection from the hereafter to the present?
The only other thing I can think of is every once in a while I'm tooling around doing my errands in the car, and there's two songs that resonate with me and my sister before she passed. And we happened to be at a party together, and we were dancing together to two songs. And every once in a while, one of those two songs will come on the radio. Now, is it just okay that happens and the
Yeah.
songs come on? Or was that orchestrated from above? And
Well,
or did I just get lucky and the songs went on when I happened to be in the car?
the chances of you hearing an oldie on the radio
But those
that does
particular,
have a meaning to you, but beyond that is, does it happen at a specific moment when you think, boy, that's odd that I was just thinking about my sister, and all of a sudden the next song that comes on the
no.
radio was a favorite of hers?
Yeah, no, no,
No?
I'm not. I think about her all the time and very often,
Yeah.
but no, not necessarily. I mean, after she passed, within hours after she passed, my sister and I were coming back from the hospital, and there was a truck. I think I've said this, a truck that went by with the name of the hometown that we were all brought up in. Now, come on. How often do you see that? This happened in Florida and we were brought up in Chicago
Yeah. Yeah.
and the name is on the truck. And then we were someplace else and two more, and something else happened. We saw something on a truck that had the name of something and I forget really what it was. But then we had to go back to the hospital to get something we forgot. And we wanted to say thank you to the nurses because there was a couple nurses in particular that were wonderful to our sister. And we thought this whole hospital is huge. We don't know the nurse's name. We don't know when she's on duty. How are we going to find this nurse? And we go to get in the elevator, and the door of the elevator opens. And who walks out of the elevator? The nurse.
That nurse that you were trying to find out who she was and where she was.
Out of all the nurses, and this is a large university hospital, it's just like, oh, there goes Jan again.
Yeah.
So,
You know,
what else could it be? Is my feeling.
and also
How else do you explain these things?
and also, isn't this something that you want to believe is positive?
Oh,
That
yeah.
that it's not like, oh, this is eerie, and
Oh, yeah. No, no. This
you
is,
embrace it. You look
oh,
for kind of
yeah.
look forward to it, and you wonder when the next circumstance is. And I often I often think about this whenever we get to the anniversary of, my parents'
Yes.
death,
Yes.
or, it could even be an anniversary or something of somebody
Yeah.
that's long gone. Just the other day, it was interesting. I mentioned to you that a friend of mine who passed away 10 years ago, it was the 10th
Hmm.
anniversary of his
Hmm.
passing. And I knew him from a military
Hmm.
group down in Florida. And I don't know why I was just thinking about Ed all day long, and we used to go place flags at a cemetery, uh, every year to commemorate the passing
Yes.
of veterans on Memorial Day and Veterans Day. And a patriotic song came on the radio. And I for some reason, it wasn't a station that played only patriotic music. It was just a song that is traditionally recognized as kind of a patriotic song. And I thought, and he loved music.
Hmm.
And I thought, is that his way of just
Just saying
saying,
hello.
I'm
I'm
still
here.
around, I'm watching over you.
Yeah, could be.
And part of you goes, "Ugh, that's kind of creepy and
No.
eerie." And then the other part of it is, boy, was that a warm,
Yeah.
fuzzy moment.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why it's like, well, where's your mom and dad? How come we haven't heard from them? Where's my dad? I haven't heard from him. Um, I just I don't understand. And I would love I'm at the point where that might be on my bucket list now.
Yeah.
Go see Teresa Caputo, the medium from New
Long,
York,
long,
Long
long,
Island
the Long
medium.
Island medium.
Um, it just fascinates me.
It is because it's and again, yeah, there are some of these psychics and everything. I think that it's a learned entertainment type of a setup, that not everybody that says I'm a medium
No,
is it has a natural,
gift,
ingrained gift.
gift.
Yeah, it's something that, hey, this is a way I can make a
I
fast buck,
think, yeah,
a
no,
side
I
hustle.
think you have to look into your mediums and you
Yeah,
have to really look hard and long
yeah.
and see
And
what their background is.
just like the guest that I had on my show, she said it is just something that's in me. I have recognized some form of this gift since she was a child, that she always kind of envisioned that something was going to happen, and then it could be a year later, it could be 10 years later, all of a sudden something would happen and she would say, I remember thinking about that, which I think some of us have thought of.
Yeah.
And sometimes in your dreams, something will happen that you put pieces
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
wouldn't normally add up, and then they do, and then
Yeah.
you know it, it's
I just,
it's interesting, it's
it
fascinating
is.
too, and every once in a while there's a program on that's about mediums
Hmm. Hmm.
and psychics and their abilities, and it's worth.
I've gotten to be a believer.
It's kind of fun to delve into that kind of stuff too sometimes.
Yeah.
So, if it's ever happened to you, drop us a line.
Yeah. We'd like to know.
Let us know.
And
Uh,
in the meantime, we'll be on the lookout.
yeah, for the next thing that happens.
Yeah. This is February. We don't have anybody in February or March.
We'll check the calendar.
Yeah.
You go do the same and then come back next Thursday. Okay?
Thanks for coming
Bye.
by. Bye.